Scorpio, sorry that this is coming in two parts. The memory on my phone became full, and I'm just having such a Mercury retrograde kind of overall experience lately, even though Mercury isn't retrograde, but I feel like I'm glitching. I feel like I'm just a foggy blur, and it's probably because of all the Neptune stuff happening in my chart, but this is just another example of just annoying stuff. Anyway, let's get back to where we left off. What I was saying was what came through with the Seven of Pentacles was basically, for me, just like the imagery here, this person's hair is blowing in the wind. I don't know if you can see that, but anyway, I'm hearing like throw caution to the wind. This isn't to say that you're going to have some sort of a negative risky situation unfold. It actually doesn't look like that at all, but it says that I think the next thing you do, or the next steps you take around the 17th of this month onwards, this becomes some sort of an essence you're working with. It's more so just like, well, who cares about what happens? Obviously not in an irresponsible way, but it's just that you are, I hear throw caution to the wind. So I think that all of these people coming in are kind of somewhat buffers to you. And it's like, for instance, you know, Three of Pentacles here, you're working on a team, you're collaborating. Say if you were doing a group project, and this isn't to be like a piece of shit that just is like, well, you know, let those people take the rap for this. No, but when you are not having like this microscopic lens just on you, there is a little bit more freedom to kind of blend in, or to not have all the pressure on you. And so other people are here, and these are not mediocre people either. These are people that like you work really well, work well as a team with, collaborate really effectively with. So there's just a bit of trust, I think, with this World card coming through, you know. If you do tend to be more perfectionist, or tend to be a little harder on yourself with certain goals and projects, now is the time to, when that part is done and you get this perfect project completed and all that, next thing, throw caution to the wind a little bit. Oh, I think what I was saying was that sometimes the universe has this kind of funny way of doing whatever it does by, you know, you've been safe, secure, you feel like you're counting your lucky stars, you feel like you're very fulfilled and your values have been verified and you're well rested and you're well resourced. The next step, or the next essence that you're exploring, is what it feels like to throw caution to the wind and not calculate or overthink every risk or negative potential. They're not showing up here, but it just basically what I'm picking up here. Three of Pentacles, the highest self coming in to say, you're going to start realizing what it's like to work with other people in very effective and interdependent. Is that when we healthily kind of rely on others, and you know what, it's independence and interdependence. I think that's basically it. And now I think everybody is, it's in a good thing, right, to be interdependent, not codependent, but I don't know. I get very mixed up with all of these kind of words, but what I'm hearing is interdependence, and everyone's playing a very active, healthy role as individuals. So there's no sight of, like, there's no losing sight of yourself. There's no blurring like me. I'm just a blurry person right now. But the Three of Pentacles tells me that you are going to be, highest self speaking here, reaping the reward of successful group dynamics, reaping the rewards of what it looks like to work successfully with a team of other people and bring things to life, equally sharing the role and experience and expertise, and people know what they're doing here, yourself included. So this runs very smoothly, and again, you're delighted that you have chosen something that is so growth oriented. The Page of Wands in the environment. Listen to others as well, Scorpio, because this is somebody very chatty, okay? This is somebody with a lot of ideas. And there are people in your environment who might talk a lot, who have a lot of ideas, who are very inspired at the moment. These type of people will look maybe younger than you, maybe from a different background or demographic, different culture to you. They might be somebody that seems less serious at times, or just seems to be a bit more throwing caution to the wind, okay? They seem a bit more lighthearted, more free-spirited, not than you necessarily, but just than what you're usually accustomed to. And it's something you kind of maybe notice about this person, or else they're just younger or from a different demographic, and so for that reason you might just be like, oh, okay, not what I was expecting, because like I said at the start, you've kind of just been in this kind of like bubble at times, and I feel like I'm in a bubble right now kind of, but I am in a bubble. I've noticed that, like, I think I went to, where did I go the other day? I think I went down, where the fuck did I go? Why the fuck were we on the Q train going to, Jesus Christ, my memory has just gone terrible now. Where are we going? I actually cannot remember. It was only a few days ago, and I was like, oh my god, we're on like 42nd Street. Oh, went to Macy's Bazaar, Macy's 34th Street, and I was just like, where am I? Like, I thought it was so far away, because basically I'm literally an Upper East Side mother now in my little bubble that does never need to leave. Anyway, that's kind of like what you're like, basically, just in this like bubble ring, and it's not for any sort of like, such a stupid long-winded explanation, sorry, but I'm glitching again. But you're like, oh, I don't need, you're just like, oh, they're surprising me. I haven't seen a person like this in a while, or interacted with somebody. Maybe you make them laugh, they make you laugh. I'm gonna wrap this up. It's actually quite late here for me to be doing a reading like this. Okay, so the Queen of Cups. The Queen of Cups is in your hopes and fears, and what does it say? I'm actually putting these two people as a pair of individuals that come in and shake things up in your world. They might be a couple. They might notice you from across the room at the bar, just kidding. But they might just be some people that you're like, oh yeah, they're asking us to do something different, or they're asking me to go somewhere with them. Anyway, they might just be a couple that shake things up a little bit. Or maybe you're in some sort of a really power couple dynamic. I love this water fire energy together. I love the Queen of Cups and the King of Wands together, regardless if you're with a man, a woman, or whatever, but it's just this like energy together, like the water and the fire. It's very hot, it's emotionally in tune with each other, as well as physically connected. That won't be for everybody, of course. What else could it be? Family, maybe it's like, these can be also, I see this as like parents a lot. At the end of the month, you might be focusing on your parents, or let's say from the 17th of the month onwards, you're kind of focusing on your mother and father for whatever reason. They might be a water sign and a fire sign, they may or may not be, it doesn't matter.